Greetings once again from the Casa de Single Wide Studios. Your humble reporter, Leroy, at your service. Well, we've got some wonderful updates from our geriatric in chief, Potato Brain Biden. I almost hate to call him that because it's elder abuse to even having him up there. It's an absolute embarrassment. It truly is. But he's been such a piece of crap his whole life. I'm going to continue to call him Potato Brain. So there you go. Anyway, he had a speech just the other day. I think it was yesterday. Anyway, he was talking about a couple of women who had been promoted by the Secretary of Defense, head of the Pentagon, except he couldn't remember the name of the Secretary of Defense. He couldn't even remember Secretary of Defense. He couldn't even remember the name of the Pentagon where the Secretary of Defense is over. We've got some new flight suits for pregnant soldiers. I'd say women, but that's apparently not a thing anymore. I guess when you're an abortion-loving crowd, having flight suits that are prepared to induce labor with Mach 2 airplanes while dropping bombs on brown people in Syria, you need to have the proper attire. There's also been a change in the way that soldiers can wear their hair. No more high and tight. Jewelry and makeup and all that stuff's allowed on the front lines. That ought to scare the crap out of any enemy coming at them while they're touching up their eyeshadow. That should be intimidating. Let's see. Still no press conference from the installed chief of the presidency or whatever he is. That sets a 100-year record for not having a press conference for a new president. And the State of the Union address, he's waited longer than anybody since Jimmy Carter. That was back in the 70s, for those who aren't old enough to remember. So, yeah, he's very, very open and, what's the word they use, transparent about what's going on. They know anytime they walk him out, he's just going to make a flipping fool out of himself. He's made the United States an absolute laughing stock of the world. We were respected, if not feared, by our enemies, certainly, and by the entire world with our President Trump. He's destroyed it in less than a couple of months. He's destroyed all of that. The stimulus bill has been once it went through the House, went to the Senate. The Senate made changes, went back to the House. The House has sent it to Potato Brain Biden to sign, which he says he's going to do. Or at least I think they've already sent it there. So instead of opening the country up and allowing our economy to recover and people to have jobs, we're printing 1.9 trillion. That's with a T. A trillion is a million millions. And 1% of it's going to go towards vaccines. About 9% of it's going to go for those little $1,400 checks. I think it's going to cost every individual in the United States about $17,000. The rest of that money is going to be scattered across the world in special interest groups and that kind of crap. So you just, what do you say? What do you do? What do you do? I'll take the money and try and spend it before it turns into nothing, because it's going to end up causing hyperinflation. The printing of money is getting out of grasp of our GDP. It's a math thing. I know math be racist and all that, but it still matters. Okay, all of the Nevada Democrats have quit because the Democratic Socialists have taken over all of the upper seats in the state's political realm, essentially. Now, the Democratic Socialists are straight up communists. They are admittedly Marxist communists. They are, if not inspired, well, certainly inspired, if not a branch of the Chinese Communist Party, effectively. So, that's one state down. Believe it. Okay, Georgia has changed their election laws to prevent all of these massive mail-in ballots, and they are going to require, this is done like the proper way, the way it's supposed to be done, with the state legislatures going through the proper channels, instead of what they did in 2020, just changing the damn rules on the fly. But I'm not bitter about it. But at least they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and making changes. Now, of course, we've got the motards in Washington, D.C. trying to push through House Bill 1, I think is what they're calling it, where they're going to try to change all the election laws, put the federal government over the election laws, which is against the Constitution. And so they'll destroy what Georgia's done or any other state tries to do to straighten out the election that they were so eager to screw up before. Maricopa County, Arizona, I reported on this the other day, where it had been reported that the 2.1 million ballots that were supposed to be secure had been moved to a warehouse. The state Senate and a judge had been working pretty much since the election to get these ballots, and they kept refusing, and then some guy found a bunch of shredded ballots in the dumpster, and it was reported that those ballots had been shipped to a warehouse. Now they're saying, the people that probably shredded the ballots are saying that they've got all of these ballots in a secure location and all this stuff. They did have a camera on the dumpster where the shredded ballots were found, and they showed exactly who found the ballots, the shredded ballots, which are being pieced together. They didn't confetti shred them, they just did the long single slit shredding. They didn't show the person that actually put the shredded ballots in the dumpster, but they showed the person that found them as if he's some kind of criminal or something. What in the world? Anyway, I guess that'll do it for the updates for the moment. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless you one and all. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm boost my ego, and goodness knows I need to love me a little bit more every day. God bless y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care now, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye now.